welcome back to my channel. So today I have a little bit of a fun look for you. I decided to make it a little bit more colorful since my last one was a little bit on the simple side. I'm getting real Easter vibes on this look, but that's okay. I wanted to do one more look before summer ends, at least in my head, because after this look we're jumping to fall vibes, dark purples, dark reds, gold. That's what I'm here for. Since it's a little bit hot right now, I'm getting the summer vibes still, and that's why I decided to do something a little bit more bright. If you want to go ahead and see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Thanks, guys. So this is my first voiceover, bear with me. I'm just starting off by pulling my hair back and then adding my Burt's Bees chapstick, of course. And then for primer, I'm using this new Wet n Wild primer in matte. This is my first time using it, so I'm not too sure how I feel about it yet. But after that step, I just use the NYX palette. You'll be seeing it a lot throughout this video. I use that to prime my eyelids, and then I take the corner shade from the Morphe palette to set that all in. You could just use any base shade. And then taking my Juvias 3 Warrior palette, I'm taking that blue and just packing that onto the corner of the lid. I had to pack these shades quite a bit, so you'll be seeing that a lot as well. But I just keep taking that blue and packing it in the corner, and then taking that pink, I'm putting it right next to it with a little bit of a smaller brush just to really get that effect. I'm going to be going for like a cut crease, but not a perfect cut crease, so you'll see what I mean. But I just pack those shades, blend the shades, pack the shades, blend the shades, and then moving that blue closer to the lid. With this fluffy brush, I'm just taking that basic shade again from Morphe and just blending everything in. And I realized that this palette wasn't too intense for me, so I had to take the darker blue from a random MAC palette and just putting that on the corner to make it a little bit darker. If you guys don't hear me mention any of the products, just know they will be in the description box. But I just take a little bit of concealer from that NYX, and then starting at the inner corner, I'm doing, like I said, just a semi-cut crease, but not taking it too far out. I use the patting motions, brush motions, anything that helps. But again, once I have that set, I'm putting the yellow from that same palette and packing that on, blending in the pink and blending in the blue, just so it all kind of goes together as best as possible. Onto the other eye, it's the same thing, packing the blue. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit lazy, so this one's a little bit quicker, which means I didn't spend too much time trying to pack the colors on, but I still tried my best. This is my first time using this palette, so I wasn't too impressed with the color payoff. So I did use different techniques, different brushes. I used my fingers a lot. That is the best way to try and get as much color payoff as you can to transfer onto your lid. But again, making sure everything is blended out, and then taking my e.l.f. pomade in the shade medium brown. I like to work from the middle and then towards the front, and then I just go ahead and bring that back. For the top half, I start off at the end and then work my way inwards, almost like going all around the eyebrow. It's just easier for me to build my shape that way. Since pomade has thicker consistency, I just dip it in once and see how far I can go. And if I need to dip it in again, I start off at the end of the eyebrow. That way the front of my eyebrow is never harsh and you don't have like a box brow type of thing going on. And I do elongate the front pieces a bit, so spooling that out is very important. With a smaller flat brush, I just take the NYX concealer and start underlining my eyebrows just to clean everything up. I prefer to do it once the shadow's done because the brows look a little bit more defined in my opinion. And my finger lets me blend without messing with the eyeshadows too much. But I use the same type of motions as I did using the pomade. I go all around the eyebrow, and I don't worry too much about it being white because I do my foundation last. So if you ever wondered why I start off with all the eye stuff first. So I just follow the same steps for my other eyebrow. I feel like my eyebrows are freaking cousins, so I have to do a different shape for each individually, but we make it work. We make it work. And this is me finding out the foundation is way too dark. And I debated using the foundation, but I remembered that all of mine are way too light for me right now. Your girl is way too tanned. so I can just blend that into my other ones. But for the sake of this video, I decided to show you how to make that work in your favor. Just blend it into your ears and your neck so your face at least looks like one whole shade. With my colorstay powder in medium, I just put that all over my face, and then I take my e.l.f. in tan sand. I don't usually do this whole shebang, but since the foundation is way too dark, I need to lighten it as much as I can, and I can at least make this look like a contour type of spiel. I take it on all the high points of my face, under my eyes, my forehead, my nose, and blend that out. I make sure to give myself like a clean, crisp cut to look like the tape effect type of thing. Already our face is looking a little bit more like our shade, but I'm just going to go ahead and take the Wet n Wild contour palette, and I added the banana shade all over the high points as well as that bronzer. But for the bronzer, I didn't use too much since our foundation was already too dark. It's really just to add a little bit of depth and dimension to the face. Taking the blue from that same palette, I went ahead and added that under my eyes. I tried adding the pink as well, but it didn't work out like I wanted it to, so you could probably skip that. And with that shimmery shade that's like a silver blue type of deal, I just put that on the inner tear duct and line my waterline with my e.l.f. eyeliner. Now I'm just prepping my eyelashes for some falsies. This is my first time using the mascara. This is the rimmel in Wonderluxe volume. It did give volume, but not too much length at all. But I went ahead and applied that, and then using this e.l.f. blush palette, I use that bottom corner shade and add that to the cheeks to give a little bit more color. And then I take a bigger brush with nothing on it, and I just blend everything in together. Taking my favorite highlighter, this is the Anastasia in the color Riviera. I just put that on all the high points. I love this highlighter for colorful looks because it's very subtle, very cute, nothing too crazy, and it lets the eyes stand out. Using my bronzer brush with no additional product, I just use it to semi-contour my nose. And then adding my Duo lash glue. These lashes are actually from Amazon. They're cruelty-free, so that's pretty cool. I couldn't find my tweezers, which is why I used mainly my hands. I usually switch off from both, but I had to just stick to my hands this time, so it was a little tricky. And the end of that eyelash is holding on for dear life, but we cannot go back in time, so. And then with my mascara, I'm just using that to blend in the real lashes with the fake lashes, except for that freaking corner. But I'm just taking my favorite lip liner. This is Rimmel in the color Epic. I like to give myself a little bit of a pouty look, so that's how I overline them. My lips still looked a little bit too glossy from the chapstick, so I just used face powder to make it look more matte and finish the look off with my setting spray in Milani Matte. I hope you guys enjoyed this very fun look. If you did, please go ahead and like and subscribe. I will see you all on my next one. Thank you.